Welcome to Video Khazana. Once again, I am here with a new interesting topic to teach you. Let's begin our topic, but before that, I request you to subscribe our channel for getting more educational videos. Today, our topic is respiration. Class 10th, Science Bio, Chapter 6, Life Processes. Respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is the process of releasing energy from food. Keep this thing in mind first of all. You will be able to get rest of the things. Respiration is the releasing energy process. The process of respiration takes place inside the cell. This process involves taking oxygen into the cell. This oxygen is used to burn food to release energy. In cell, food is oxidized by oxygen to release energy. This is the second important point. Then elimination of waste products. Waste products in this process are carbon dioxide and water. So, elimination of waste products from the body. Here is the word equation of the process of respiration. Food plus oxygen means food is being oxidized by the oxygen, and carbon dioxide and water is produced in this process as waste product, and energy, lots of energy released in this process. Here is a cell with a nucleus in which respiration process takes place. Food as glucose enters in the cell, and oxygen through air that we breathe in, that oxygen enters in the cell. Biochemical reaction takes place in the cell, and carbon dioxide and water is produced, that is the waste product in this process, and lots of energy releases in this process. Here is the equation. Glucose as food is oxidized by oxygen. This is the respiration process in which carbon dioxide and water is produced. Clear? We generally think that breathing and respiration is same. In general way, we do not take any difference in between them, but there is a huge difference. Breathing and respiration. The mechanism by which organisms take in oxygen from air and release carbon dioxide, this simple process is called breathing, taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. But respiration means breathing as well as oxidation of food in the cells of the organism to release energy. Energy is released in this process. It is a physical process, means breathing is physical process, and respiration is physical as well as biochemical process. Breathing involves the lungs of the organism, and respiration involves the mitochondria and the cells, means respiration process takes place in mitochondria of each cell. Respiration is the biochemical process which occurs in stages and require many enzymes, but this is not in this course. These enzymes will not be discussed in it. Respiration is a controlled release of energy from organic compounds, means food is an organic compound, in cells to form ATP. Energy released during respiration is used to carrying out all biological functions which are necessary for maintenance of life and survival of an organism. As we all know, energy is required to do various physical activities and biochemical activities, biochemical functions in our body. To survive in this environment is this society. Respiration is just opposite process of photosynthesis. Respiration is just opposite to photosynthesis. How can you say that? Photosynthesis is the process of making food, and respiration is the process of oxidizing food. Both are opposite, exact opposite. Photosynthesis is the process to make food in the form of glucose, and respiration is the process to break down the food. In photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water is being used to make food, while in respiration, carbon dioxide and water release. Photosynthesis requires energy in the form of sunlight, and respiration release energy which is stored in the form of ATP. We will discuss about ATP later. In photosynthesis, oxygen is released, and in respiration, carbon dioxide is released. So these are the basic differences in photosynthesis and respiration. Now, how energy released during respiration is stored? Released energy is stored in the form of ATP. But how? Let's see. The energy produced during respiration is stored in the form of ATP molecules in the cells of the body. This energy is used by the organism as and when required. Some new term I want to introduce before starting the actual reaction of respiration. First is ADP, adenosine diphosphate. These are the molecules present in the cell, basically in cytoplasm, and they are low energy content. ATP, adenosine triphosphate. These are also present inside the cell in the cytoplasm, and they are high energy contents. Means ATP is a high energy content. It stores energy which released during the respiration. And PI, inorganic phosphate. This is a substance containing phosphorus and oxygen. Actually, one molecule of phosphorus and four molecules four elements of oxygen combined and make phosphate PI. We call it inorganic phosphate, which is also present in the cell. So ADP, ATP and inorganic phosphates, all these three available in cytoplasm in a cell. This is a structure of ATP, adenosine. This part, first left part is adenosine. Then these three circles, blue circles, are phosphates. This is triphosphate. Three circles means three phosphates. ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is a high energy bond in between them, which is shown by the arrow. When energy is required, this bond is broken down and release energy, and it becomes ADP. ATP to ADP, and energy is released in this process. Here is one more equation to explain briefly for respiration. Glucose is oxidized by the oxygen during respiration. ADP present in the cytoplasm combined with the inorganic phosphate using the energy released in this process of respiration, and ATP form. Carbon dioxide and water is also produced during this process as waste products. This is ADP, that is a low energy content, and this is ATP, high energy content. Energy released during this process is used to make ATP through ADP. So energy is stored in the cell in the form of ATP. This should be very clear first of all. Clear? Here I am showing you a picture in which cells are surrounding by blood capillaries or blood vessels. That rounded rectangular structure is a cell in which a big foot-like structure, that is mitochondria. Glucose is entering in the cell, in the cytoplasm. Oxygen is also entering in the cytoplasm using diffusion process. Then glucose present in the cell broken down into pyruvate. Pyruvate is a 3-carbon molecule. Glucose is a 6-carbon molecule. So one molecule of glucose form 2 pyruvate molecule. Then these pyruvate molecule enters in the mitochondria. Oxygen, which is present in the cytoplasm, also enter in the mitochondria. In the mitochondria, actual chemical reaction takes place, and this pyruvate is oxidized completely, and carbon dioxide and water form in this process, and lots of energy produced in this process. And ADP present in the cytoplasm enters in the mitochondria and it uses that released energy and form ATP, adenosine triphosphate high energy molecule. Clear? And released carbon dioxide through diffusion enters in the blood vessels and reaches to lungs. That is a different topic. We will discuss it later. So understood this complete process, glucose and carbon dioxide entering in the cell, and ATP, ADP also enter in the mitochondria. This glucose and oxygen also enters in the mitochondria. Chemical reaction takes place in the mitochondria itself and energy produced in the ATP and stored there. Now what happens when cell need energy? ATP is a source of energy in organism. Whenever energy is required, this ATP is broken down using water. ATP is broken down using water and ADP, phosphate and energy. These three things produced. ADP is present in the cytoplasm, phosphate also stay there and energy released to do various physical activities. So released energy is used by cell to carry out all endothermic reactions taking place in the cell. Energy stored in ATP is used by the body cells in contraction of muscles, conduction of nerve impulses, synthesis of protein and many more other activities. Energy is used, this energy through ATP. So released energy is equivalent to 30.6 kg per mole. During the breaking down of ATP produce 30.6 kilojoule energy. Now I want to discuss some important points to remember during respiration. One glucose molecule, that is a 6-carbon molecule, it is oxidized without oxygen. In the absence of oxygen, it is oxidized in cytoplasm. This process is called glycolysis and 2-pyruvic acid or pyruvate molecule form. Then this process is called glycolysis. One glucose molecule produces 2 pyruvic acid molecule. This process is called glycolysis and this is happen in cytoplasm without oxygen. It doesn't require any oxygen. This pyruvic acid is a ketonic carboxylic acid, 3-carbon molecule. Here is the structure of pyruvic acid, CH3COCOOH. This process does not require oxygen. Now, what is the fate of pyruvic acid? What will happen further through this pyruvic acid? It depends on availability of oxygen in cell. Let me explain through this diagram. Glucose, that is a 6-carbon molecule, topmost part 6-carbon molecule. This is broken down into 2 pyruvic acid molecules. This process is done in cytoplasm. This is very common in every organism. Now further steps depends on availability of oxygen. If oxygen is available in the cell, then in the cell this oxygen enters in mitochondria and ADP also enters in mitochondria and this oxygen oxidize the pyruvic acid and high energy is released in this process. Carbon dioxide and water molecule produced as waste product in mitochondria. So complete oxidation of food is done in mitochondria in the presence of oxygen. Now when there is no oxygen, then there is no oxygen. There are 2 categories of organism. If we talk about animals, then in the absence of oxygen, pyruvic acid is broken down into lactic acid and carbon dioxide. And in yeast, means in plants, in absence of oxygen, ethanol and carbon dioxide form. So in the absence of oxygen, two possibilities are there: lactic acid and carbon dioxide, and ethanol and carbon dioxide. Now I want to discuss types of respiration. There are two types of respiration based on the presence of oxygen and absence of the oxygen. So aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Let us discuss aerobic respiration. This takes place in mitochondria. This process takes place in mitochondria. The respiration which uses oxygen is called aerobic respiration. Very clear statement. We call it aerobic because it uses air which contains oxygen. Aerobic respiration produces a considerable amount of energy for use by organism. This is the equation which is showing a complete aerobic respiration. Glucose, which is a 6-carbon molecule, through glycolysis in cytoplasm, 2 pyruvic acid molecules form. Then in mitochondria, in the presence of oxygen, this pyruvic acid completely oxidized and carbon dioxide and water produce, and 38 ATP energy produces, lots of energy produced in this process. Now anaerobic respiration that takes place without oxygen. The microscopic organism like yeast and some bacteria obtain energy by anaerobic respiration. They do not require oxygen for getting energy. This process is also called fermentation. We do this process in making idli solution and making alcohol also. This is an anaerobic respiration equation where one glucose molecule in cytoplasm by glycolysis form 2 pyruvic acid molecule, 2 pyruvate molecules, and then in the absence of oxygen, fermentation takes place and alcohol, ethanol, carbon dioxide and 2 ATP energy released in this process. Means very less energy produced in this process. Main content of this anaerobic respiration is alcohol, ethanol. So we conclude that all cells do not use oxygen to produce energy. We can do fermentation of sugar by yeast using anaerobic respiration, and alcohol will be formed through sugar. Anaerobic respiration. We as human being obtain energy by aerobic respiration, but in us, anaerobic respiration also takes place in our muscles. But when? This happens during vigorous activities or physical exercises, when oxygen gets used up faster in the muscle cells than can be supplied by the blood. Anaerobic respiration in muscles can be represented by the following equation. Same equation like anaerobic respiration. One glucose molecule in the cytoplasm produces 2 pyruvic acid molecules. This is called glycolysis. Then in the absence of oxygen, this pyruvic acid create or produce lactic acid. This pyruvic acid is broken down into lactic acid and carbon dioxide, and 2 molecules of ATP generates as energy. This is very less energy. What is the reason for muscular cramps during vigorous physical activities? Many times have you heard about for the marathon runners are facing this problem. Cramps are coming in their muscular muscles. Then what happened? The sudden buildup of lactic acid. Lactic acid is responsible for cramps in their muscles. To provide extra energy during running very fast, anaerobic respiration by muscles bring about partial breakdown of glucose into lactic acid. Then lactic acid accumulates in the muscles, and this accumulation of lactic acid in muscles causes muscle cramp. Due to lack of oxygen, pyruvic acid is broken down into lactic acid plus carbon dioxide. and this lactic acid is responsible for cramps. Now, how to get relief, how to get rid from cramps in muscles? By taking hot water bath or massage. Due to massage or hot water bath, the blood circulation improves in that area, in that place, in that muscles, and then due to improved blood flow, supply of oxygen to the muscles increases, and that oxygen which is reaching there by massaging, this oxygen break down the lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water, hence it gives us relief from cramps because lactic acid is broken down into carbon dioxide and water. So, this anaerobic respiration in muscles also takes place in muscles of animals like tiger, cheetah, deer and many other when they run very fast. Here I am showing you difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration occurs in presence of oxygen, and in the absence of oxygen, anaerobic respiration occurs. Complete breakdown of food is there in the presence of oxygen, means aerobic respiration, and anaerobic respiration, partial breakdown of food. End products in aerobic respiration are carbon dioxide and water, and end products are ethanol or lactic acid. Maybe ethanol or maybe lactic acid, depends on the organism. If they are animals, it will be lactic acid. If they are plants like yeast or other bacteria, it will be ethanol. In aerobic respiration, considerable amount of energy, means enough energy is produced, and in anaerobic respiration, less energy produces. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, share it to your friends so that they can also take benefit of this video. So wait for my next video on topic human respiration, means human respiratory tract or human respiratory system. Thanks for watching.